Hello, 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 hello. What is going on, you guys? Hello to my visionaries out there. And if you guys are new here, welcome. Today, we are going to do the live recap of RuPaul's Drag Race season 15, episode number 12. We're going to break this down. And if you guys are watching the live recap in the replay, definitely comment down below on everything that we mentioned because I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Um, I am going to be coming out with an elimination video in a couple, well, tomorrow or the next day. And I'm going to be check out my elimination video and my ranking of the fashion runway looks for episode number 12. Those have been very interesting, especially seeing what you guys have to say and about my opinions because I totally failed the last one. Let's see. What is going on? Hey, Raven. What is going on, Mark? What is going on, Christian? How are you? How are you? How are you guys doing? Hello, Mark. Hello, Raven. What's going on, Christian? What is going on? Kupov, what's going on? How are you guys? So, like I said, let's just break this on down. Also, if you guys want to join me in the live recap, I am going to be having you guys come up. Like I said, I try to all of my content, I try to incorporate you guys as much as possible. So today we're just going to do something. What's going on, Lena? What is up, babe? What is going on, Devon? How are you? What is up? What is up? Oh my God, you look, oh, thank you so much, Arshia. What is going on, Christian? Hey. So you guys, let me just, here we go. Let's copy this. Let's do this. And this is going to be the link for you guys. So to enter the live, but make sure you guys have no sound in the background and you guys have it on landscape mode. Okay. Just saying, if you guys want to join the live. Let's see. I see your as titties. I know, Omar. What is up? What is up? Okay, how was your St. Patty's Day? I went to a party and managed not to get too drunk. You know, my St. Patty's Day was just cool. It was really laid back, and I've been honestly going to bed super early. So that was very interesting. You look over. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christian. So let's get right into this, you guys. Let's get right into this. RuPaul's Drag Race, season 15, episode number 12. Let's get right into it, you guys. Hello. You guys, we have Tiffany in the building. Hello, Tiff. How are you? What is going on, Calvin? How are you doing, Calvin? Again, there's going to be a link in the chat where you guys can click on the link and join me in the live. And remember, you guys, 18 and up only. If you guys are below 18, definitely stay in the comments, comment what you guys think and how you guys feel. But honestly, I don't feel comfortable with someone younger than 18 coming up on my live because sometimes my mouth be getting a little too spicy. Okay. So I see you guys. Marky, I see you, Marky. I see you. Thank you for wanting to come up. But I want to know your opinions down in the comments. Okay, though, Marky? But thank you for coming by, Marky. All right. So we have Devon wanting to come up. One of the visionaries wanted to come up. What's up, Devon? You got a blank screen. What's going on? Wait
a minute. Let me see.
Okay. All right.
Let's see what's going on here.
Okay. So while you get that situated, I'm gonna take you down really quick. I see you in the back end. Here we go. First things first, the girls go back into the workroom. Selena is talking about she might have a chance. Things are looking up for her. She's feeling like she's in her winning era. Ace, oh, you're not feeling Miss Selena? Oh, Ace isn't feeling Miss Selena. He said no, ma'am. Ace said no, ma'am. What's going on, Calvin? What's up, babes? So, what did you guys think about this? Did you guys think that she was going to do good this episode? Did you guys think that she was like, okay, maybe she's going to pull this one out? Maybe she's going to do something. Let me know down in the comments. Devon, what's going on, babe? You still good? Look at you.
Trying to figure it out.
See, this is crazy. I'm going to pull you back down really quick. Let's see. What did you guys say? This was an amazing episode until the judging of listen. You know what? I thought about it after because I literally watched the episode probably 3 or 4 times until I get on this live because I got to react to it, which is the first time I'm watching it. Then I got to go back and edit it. And then I have to go back and then take screenshots of it. And then I have to go back to see anything that I missed. So like 3 or 4 times that I watched the episode before I even do these live recaps. And let me tell you now, the judging was kind of funny this episode. I don't understand how they came to the conclusions that they did, but it is what it is. Hey, what is going on, Nancy? How are you? Yeah, you saw her for Selena, right? Exactly. Me too. I did too. I was like, girl, I was rooting for my Latina sister, but you guys know I have to keep it real and I keep it honest and I keep it not biased. So, but I was rooting for her and I was hoping she was going to pull it out. I was hoping she would turn. Me too, Plur Queen, me too. 100%. I did until she stepped onto the runway. What the fuck? Listen, I'm telling you now, this is an episode where your fashion runways freaking matter. It comes to a point, and this is what we want. We want a good season at the end of the season to be so tight and you want all the queens to do so good in episode. It's at this point nitpicking. And in this case, in this episode, it was the fashion runways. To me, is what separated the girls from a top spot and a bottom spot in my eyes. I don't know what the judges were thinking, but in my eyes, it is what it was. What's going on, Tyree? So you're a brunette. Oh, I'm just switching it up a little bit, just giving a little 1-2 today. Let me see. Unfortunately, whether or not she did great, it was still I was still expecting her to go, especially when everyone else has wins under their belt. See, that's the thing. Okay, see, now listen. This is what I wanted to speak about too. Damari and everyone. When people are saying like, well, other people have wins and other people's track records, baby, it does not matter about that. It matters how they did that episode. Yes, is it messed up if Sasha would have left or Lux would have left or Lucy would have left? But at the end of the day, if they messed up and if they didn't have a good fashion runway, they deserve to go home. That's just what it is. What if Selena had the best fashion runway look this episode? What would you guys have said then? Because she fucking kills it in the fucking main challenge. She fucking kills it in the Rusical. Everyone was in some sort of error this episode. Right. Agree. Right. 100%. Right. Like, honestly, aloha from Hawaii. Oh, aloha, baby. Thank you for coming by. Also, you guys, again, I'm going to leave the link in the comments. Of what you got. If you guys want to join my live, I can have up to 10 people. Keep in mind, I can have up to 10 people on my live at one time. So if you guys want to hang out and you guys want to share your opinions, you guys can come up and say something and then come back down if you guys don't want to stay for the whole thing. Mistress had 3 eras. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sick and tired of this era talk. I'll be honest. I'll be like, girl, okay. All right. I get it. You're trying to make era happen, girl. Make era happen, girl. But stop trying to make era happen, in my opinion. It is what it is. But yeah. So moving on from this scene right here. Oh, I see you, Devon. I see you. Everyone. Hello, Devon, everybody. What is going on?
Well,
finally, you made it. Welcome.
Now that we have the technical difficulties out the way.
Okay. So the question was, if Selena would have the best fashion runway this episode, should she have still gone home?
It was her fourth time in the bottom, and that's all I'm going to say.
Wait, what?
It was her fourth time in the bottom.
I said if Selena had the best fashion runway this episode, would she still have gone home?
Oh,
You guys can comment in the comments too. Let me know, because I want to know where you guys' head is at, because I'm kind of confused.
you know,
No, it should be based on the episode performance. Okay.
and here's, you know what? Let's get through the episode, and I will give my opinion at the very end of that. I'm gonna do a very Malaysia response.
What do you mean? I'm giving a multiverse situation. I'm giving a multiverse situation.
Well, I have a multiverse situation, but I want to get through the rest of the episode before I give my multiverse answer.
What in the world? If Selena was the best, she shouldn't go home. Right, exactly, Lena. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. Anyway, but moving on. We'll get to that answer later, Cook.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, here we go. Over here in this scene, Mistress is basically, what are we at? What is she? I'm totally blanked out in the scene. Mistress is talking to.
She's talking about her next era, her chaotic.
Oh yes, girl. I'm done with the. You know what? That's how much I was over it, girl. That's how much I tried to blank out. I'm done with the era talk. I'm done with the era talk, girl. Who cares?
The era talk
era happen in my eyes. I'm done with it.
That ended when Spice left the show. Sorry.
Right. Like, okay, I get it. I guess that's your thing. You know, Anitra has duck, and you got era. Okay, great. You guys go support her in her merch line. Anyway, moving on, we got Miss RuPaul telling the contestants that what they're going to be doing for the main challenge. It is the Rusical. Honestly, I like the fact that it was less queens in the Rusical than usual. This is what I like. I appreciate that this was this amount of queens. We get to see what the queens were doing, and I enjoyed this. And yeah, what do you think about this? What do you think about the Rusical?
I thought this Rusical was really good because it actually gave them a little bit more time to actually catch the choreography in the book and even stand out more. Because as you can see, some of the girls kind of struggled a little bit. They were on that little struggle bus.
And we're going to talk about it. About it. So moving on, RuPaul lets them pick their characters that they want to play in the Rusical. And the girls were fighting over the roles. The girls were issue. Again. You know, Mistress said, I'm definitely taking a certain role. She said, I'm not playing. You can be whoever you want to be, but this is what I'm going to do. And clearly nobody else wanted that role because no one fought her for it. Right? Lucy wanted a particular role. She spoke up, and she definitely had somebody that wanted the same role, which was Miss Lux Noir London, right? Now keep in mind, this is where the issue starts coming into play. And I really want everyone to just be unbiased. Take your feelings away from what they've done throughout this season. Base it just on their interactions right now. Just base it off of that. Don't think about how a person's personality is before this episode, right? I want people to answer in this way, right? This was delicious. Tiffany, you would say that. You would say this was delicious. So Miss Lux says, no, I want that role. And that's just what it's going to be. Mistress ends up saying, girl, Lucy, you only want this role because it is the main role, and it is that's why you want it. If it wasn't the main role in this whole Rusical, you wouldn't want it. And Lucy feels some type of way. She feels very offended. She's saying, how am I a fake bitch? What was the words again? How am I
it was being fake.
Yeah, she's like, how? Tell me what you did.
How I'm not being real.
Yeah, how am I not being real? And like, give me something like I don't understand. All I'm saying is this is what I want. I want this. I want this. I don't understand this. And Lux is basically saying, well, girl, you know what? I'll take this role. You can have this role. I'm giving you this role. I'm giving you this role. So you can have it, and I'm fine because no matter whatever role I get, I'm going to do good.
And here's the funny part about that, because if you really go back, it wasn't even really Lux giving her the role. It was just that because Lucy actually gave her the role. She said you could do the role, and then I'll do Christian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'll do Christian. But
she's like, here. You know what? Here, you know what? Never mind. You can have it then.
But here's the catch-22 though. The catch-22 was because actually, and I think it was Tuck, because Selena's titties had took Christian. And if you catch the okie doke that Lux pulled, Lux at the end of the day said, you know what, you can go, Lucy, you can go ahead and have Heaven, and then I'll just take Christian, and Selena, you could take Tuck.
Right. What do you mean? Like, yeah, because Lucy basically said, you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna fucking argue over this anymore. You can fucking have it, and I'll just do this other role that I don't want. Right?
But you didn't catch that though, because what ended up happening was because Selena wanted either.
Hold on. Christian, it says device is not connected. I see you coming up in the back end, but your device isn't connected. So I don't know what's going on. You gotta when you fix the technical difficulties, you can come up, Christian. But go ahead.
Basically, what happened was when Selena said who she wanted to pick, she said, I want Christian. So I'm gonna take, so you all can fight over Tuck, and over Tuck, and
yes.
But Lux pulled the okie doke, and she took Christian and gave Selena Tuck.
That fucking bitch did. Oh, that bitch did. She did.
I'm surprised no one caught that.
She fucking did. You're right. She fucking did, because she said, I want a Christian. Selena said, I'll take Christian because you guys can fight over this other. You can fight over this other character. Right. And then Miss Lux said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take Christian, and you could do Tuck or whatever his name is. That is freaking that is hilarious. That is hilarious.
That was some shady slick.
But see, you know what? At the end of the day, you got to fight for what you want at this point in this competition. And if Miss Selena wanted that character, she should have fought for that character. It is what it is.
But she should have paid it. But first of all, she should have paid attention to what Lux pulled, because if she had paid attention, she wouldn't have ended up in the bottom like she did. Because as you can see,
no, I don't think so. I think she was. Let's just be honest. She was always going to end up in the bottom this episode. Let's just keep it real. I love Miss Selena, but she just doesn't have the fashion looks.
Yeah.
It was always going to boil down to the looks this episode, because this fucking Rusical was so goddamn good. It was so good. No one did bad in the Rusical in my eyes.
And that's the part, because this, in my opinion, will actually go down, and they even said it on the show, this will go down as one of the best Rusicals in Drag Race history.
It's the truth. It is the truth. She put both of them in the bottom. Just
yes, she did.
No, stop your shit. Stop it.
Here we go, Val.
She put her magical witchcraft on them, girls. Yes, she did. She did, bitch. I bend the bones and break the back. You know what I'm saying? What is that? What is that? Hocus pocus?
Yep.
Girl.
Here we go.
Okay. So Let me see. Girl, Lux was the main character. That whole situation. Right. Exactly. Shade. Exactly.
So
Tiffany.
isn't that interesting? We've had Metalgate, and now we've had Heaven Gate.
Girl, this was a mess.
These
But you know what?
girls,
Miss Lux turns it out. I'm sorry. Miss Lux turned this whole situation out, in my
she
opinion.
she did.
Yeah,
She
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 did.
she really set this one up. And
She
I
maneuvered that situation quite well. Yes, she did. And
yeah,
I think that she just wanted to make Miss Lucy know it. She's like, girl, just know that I gave you the role. She's like, you know what? You can have this role. Girl,
she
I'm
said
sorry.
you can have the role, but then in telling her she could have the role, she snatched the role from another girl and told her, "No, you get this one and you deal with it."
Yeah, it was crazy. What's going on, Bobby? What's going on, babe?
Uh
How are you?
oh,
Let's
oh.
see. She could win it. Wait, she could win it. You know, listen, Tiffany. Listen, the facts. 100% facts. 100% facts. Lucy didn't let loose. Okay. 100%. So moving on, the girls go back into the workroom. They have a sit down conversation with RuPaul. And Miss Sasha Colby talks about obviously her mother and the situations that she doesn't have any connection to her mother or any type of she doesn't have any they're not connected at all. What do you think about this? What did you guys think about this moment?
This was a heartfelt moment, and I love what happened at Roscoe's when there was a mother there that asked Sasha, could she be her mother, which was really kind of touching. And also smart. I got to give Sasha her props. She really played it smart with this one because she played a character that was really outside of her comfort zone. Because she could have went for Heaven. She could have went for preacher teacher, but she went for Carl.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I agree, Ace. I agree.
right.
I
Yeah, she
agree.
did. She did. She did go for Carl. And
And it was
I
like a nod to her father.
I was here for the choice. I was here that she
Hmm.
took the risk. The risk was definitely a good risk that she chose, and I enjoyed it. Um, I really felt bad for her when she was talking about, she wasn't close to her mom.
Right.
Obviously, their communication is non-existent. It was just unfortunate, but I mean, you know, but taking Carl was a good choice for her, in my
Yeah.
opinion. It
Yeah.
was
It
really
was. It
it
was.
really was. So moving on, we have Miss Lucy LaDuca talking to Miss Selena S. Titties. She wanted to pull her to the side and just say, you know what? I'm basically apologizing to her for how she acted with picking the roles. And Selena basically told her, don't worry about it. I just think that you just let them get under your skin too easily. And then she just starts breaking down, saying, obviously the trauma that she has growing up about her voice and how she's very uncomfortable with that whenever she voiced her opinion or talked about anything or even just spoke to anybody. She was picked on. What did you guys think about this moment right here?
For me, I can understand where Lucy is coming from, having been bullied in the past, and kind of not having that voice be heard, let alone be ridiculed about your voice. It kind of, it's very triggering, and especially when you're in a pressure cooker like Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
So I get completely where they're coming from. And it is hard, and I think Selena was correct in what she said. Sometimes you gotta, it's almost like you gotta pick those battles. And I think Lucy kind of did let the girls get to her because, in all honesty, like Lux and Mistress, yes, they are the shit disturbers, but they're doing it for the show. They're not doing it because that's who they are in real life. Because I've heard different things about them in real life. So, and even seeing a little bit of Lux in real life, being more vulnerable and kind of knowing and kind of owning that she's can be a bit delusional at times.
Hence, hence the ending of this segment where she was crying, and all of a sudden she said, "Well," and then truthfully, to be honest, I'm the one that pulled Lux the win last week. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't understand that. But at the end of the day, I also wanted to ask you guys about this too. Why is everyone so hard on Lucy? Like, what is wrong with her stating all the things that she's stating, though? Like, what is wrong about it? Like, why is everyone coming down? Because at the end of the day, essentially, it's almost like what Lux is saying, but she's not having the same. It's not coming. She's not having the same reaction. Do you
Oh,
see what I'm saying?
that's actually a really good
You know
question.
what I'm saying? So then I just start thinking, what is the difference? Is it because she's white?
I don't think to be honest with you, I don't think it's that. I
Well, then
think
let
it's
me know what it is, because
I,
I'm trying to understand, and I'm just trying to like, honestly, like, is it because she's white? Is it because she's white and she's like, girl, you can't talk like that, because then all of a sudden you're gonna pull people are gonna say, well, because it's a privilege for me. But if Lux does it, it's just the overconfidence and work bitch type of attitude.
I think I think people are really kind of taking a lot of stuff out of context. And my thing is Lucy and even Michelle pointed it out in in the judgment, that in the critiques, that Lucy is a workaholic. And I think Lucy is very hard, and as a perfectionist, because I know that perfectionist trait when I see
Mhm.
it, Lucy is very hard on herself. So when she feels like she's not being praised for what she's doing, or feel like she's not getting the just due like everyone else, it kind of affects it. It does affect her. It because I know it affects me when I don't do something well, or when I feel like I've gave it my all and it's just not enough. I feel like that. And it's not that Lucy isn't entitled to her feelings. It's just that sometimes the way it comes off. They say it's not what you say, is how you say it. And I think sometimes the way Lucy says certain things, even with Lux, because I know Lux.
Yeah. It's literally the same thing. It's I deserve to win that last week. I looked the best that week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? What is I don't that's what I don't understand. And I get it does come off very entitled. Yes, I get it comes off very bitchy. Yes, it comes off like, girl, you're feeling yourself way too much. But how else are they supposed to think about themselves? Like, honestly, like, how else are you supposed to think about yourself? Are you not supposed to think that are you not supposed to think that you didn't do the best? Are you not supposed to think that you deserve to win? Like, I just don't understand. And I get some people are coming for Lux too with how she speaks, but the majority of people are coming way harder at Lucy for acting the way that she's acting, especially production. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So the only thing that comes to my mind is, what's the difference? It's just a race. It's just a race. I'm
and
like, it's
and
because she's
and
white, and I'm like, that doesn't. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel bad for her at this point. I
yeah,
feel like they're doing that to her on purpose, and it's a horrible thing to do because, bitch, she's doing the same thing Lux is doing, and I live for Lux's personality. I live for Lux's personality more so than Lucy's, but it's the same thing essentially if I really think about it.
and I think what it is, between the difference between Lux and Lucy, is Lux has no problem admitting that she's like that, because she admitted it. She admits that she's like that. She admits that she plays off of it, because she even said it at Roscoe's. she knows she's like that, and if
She owns it.
she owns it. Yes.
She owns it. She owns the fact that she's like that. And I can see that. I can see that because Lucy would be like, what are you talking about? No, I think everyone is fabulous. And bitch, instead of just saying, girl, no, I'm the baddest. I get it. I get it. But I don't know. Lux kind of reminds me of A Fierce Delicious in her own season, very in on the joke, while Lucy is completely serious in the moment. No.
Correct.
No. But I mean, I get that. I get what you're saying, and that can be true too. But Lux is fucking delusional fucking too. She does the same thing. She thinks exactly like Lucy. And then when somebody tells her that's not the truth, she's gonna be like offended and be like, girl, you're seriously crazy. If somebody tells her that she doesn't look good or she didn't look fabulous, she's going to have the same reaction as Lucy does. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's like the only thing about it is they tell Lucy, girl, you're crazy, versus telling Lux, you're fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And why don't they tell Lux you're fucking crazy? Is it because she's a black girl? And she doesn't want, and you don't want to get that, like, you don't want to ruffle the feathers of, oh my God, you don't want to tell someone of color, like, you know what I'm saying? Girl, let's be real. We got two people of color up in here, right? Me and you, right? I'm Mexican, I understand it. But it's like, let's just call a spade with spade. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to tell, like, girl, you looked fucking crazy, girl. No, that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Versus Lucy. I don't know. It just kind of ruffles my feathers a little bit, because at the end of the day, everyone's talking about, we don't want to do that. We don't want to be racist. We don't do all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, you guys are doing this to this white girl. And I'm not trying to give, girl, the privilege stuff. I understand that all exists, but girl, let's just be real. Lux and Lucy have the same fucking personality. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, why isn't Lux getting that same edit? Why isn't people responding the way they were responding to Lucy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, and it's a tough.
And you know what, and I understand that people are like, you know what, Lux goes with the flow and goes with the jokes and goes with all of the other stuff, but at the end of the day, they're not making Lux the butt of the joke. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing that. They're not poking Lux the way they're poking Miss Lucy.
And you know what, that is a production, from a production standpoint. I see what you're saying with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, oh, it just sucks. And I feel so bad for Lucy, because this is an experience that I'm sure that everyone would just appreciate and love, and just be like, and this is what you're going to get. This is what you're getting. This is the edit that you're going to get. And because you're thinking that you're the fucking best. All because you had that bad bitch attitude and then that bad bitch persona, and I'm the only bitch on the stage and I fucking deserve this, and my fucking looks were rocking, socking, and I'm performing my ass off, and this is what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of crazy to me. It is what it is, but I don't know. I just wanted to give my opinion on it. You guys can say yours, and I'm glad you're talking about this, because this is the whole time I was on Lucy's side. And it's not even it's really not even picking sides to me. It's just calling it out. It's just calling it out. Like, girl, it is what it is. Give the same pressure to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put everyone on the same playing field.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Call fucking Lux delusional call Lux delusional, call Lux crazy, call Lux all these other things. The same amount of craziness that you give to Lucy, do the same thing. The only thing is, to me, Lux doesn't let it get under her skin, versus Lucy would cry about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's like, girl, Lucy, stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that comes with the territory with having that personality. You know, Lucy cares. Exactly, Plur. Okay, I can see that now. I can see where everyone is talking about it. It gets to Lucy more than it gets to Lux, because Lux really don't give a fuck.
Yo, she does.
Lux doesn't care at all. You know, and that's why No shade. That's why I live for it. That's why I live for Miss Lux. No shade. And that's why I'd be like, girl, when people be talking about Lux had this personality and it's just it's such a turn off. How the hell is that? How else is that bitch supposed to act? How in a competition show, a drag
and
competition show at that?
and Isaac, you hit the nail right on the head.
What is it, Isaac? What is it? Oh, Lux feeds into the edit production. Can't rattle Lux because Lux is secure in herself. Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, you're right, but you know, it's unfortunate. People don't get treated the same. It's sad, but true. It's the truth, 100%. It's because the girls of color, the fandom always attacking the girls or the troll the girls. What do you mean? It's because of the girls of color, the fandom always
Yeah,
attacking girls. What does that mean?
what he's trying to say is the girls of color, the girls of color are always the main ones getting attacked on social media. We just had Malaysia
True,
get attacked.
true,
Like,
100%.
and even Mistress had her page.
Yeah,
shut
100%.
down. So, and now we have this situation, and it's always, and now that Marsha's gone, they got to find someone else to. Anyway.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Lux and Mistress are smart enough to have watched enough Drag Race to work the edit. Lucy is making tons of mistakes. I mean, the only mistake she's doing is reacting to what they're throwing at her versus not giving a fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think Lucy lets people in her head. Lux does not. Right, exactly, Tiffany.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But Lux knows she is delusional and she owns it. Lucy doesn't.
That's true.
That's true. That is
true. That is so true.
I guess you're right with all this. You're right. You're right. The problem is Lucy can't dish it, but Lucy can dish it, but she cannot take it.
That's true.
100% true. I'm sure Lux gets it the worst online. I don't know. I don't want to say yes or no to that, but usually
I don't either.
Typically people of color do usually get it the worst online. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's the truth. I mean, that's what I would think. Right. Because she's a dark. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, yeah. When Lux said she was unfazed and unmoved by Sasha Colby in the competition, that's when I knew she couldn't be shady. Oh, we're gonna get to that in a second. We're gonna get to that. So right here we have Miss Anitra talking to Miss RuPaul, and this kind of got me a little bit. I was like, what did you guys think about this moment right here with Lux and Ru? And baby, the untucked.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The way I was crying and untucked. I said, oh girl, my makeup was all messed up, bitch. My eyeliner and everything. I said, girl, Miss Anitra, why did you do this to me? Also, the untucks are gonna be on my my Patreon. Sometimes, luckily, this time it didn't mess up, but the my untucked is up right now for episode number 12 on my Patreon. But yeah, what did you think about this moment?
This was a really good moment, because especially with what Anitra has gone through, having been put out by her mother because after being told that she accepts who she is, but then later on getting put out because she's like, oh, you're making us uncomfortable, you have to leave. But then her dad stepping in and creating that safe space for her, that was really a moment. And I think that's what and also the story about how DragCon saved Anitra's life, because she was able to find a real safe space and a safe zone to be in who she could be. And that's a nice picture of her little bit in her baby drag era.
Right. I thought the same thing. When Anitra said, Drag Race saved me. And the first time I could actually feel comfortable and breathe in a room and just be myself was at DragCon. And this is basically her first time getting in drag. And I was thinking to myself, Anitra, you look good, girl. It seemed like this was a recent picture of you, honey. Like, girl, this is a really good girl. Yeah, but you know who Anitra reminds me of so much when she's in drag? Just her face. Have you seen that movie Witches from back in the day?
Yes.
Remember the witch?
Yeah.
Remember the one that peeled into that little creature? What is her name? What is the actress's name? It reminds me of her. It reminds me of her for some reason.
Oh man, I can't think of her name around.
But yeah. Like she has,
but I know who you're talking about.
She has a nose. She has the structure. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed that moment with RuPaul. Just her sharing what she went through, and how she kind of like the evolution of her process and her drag and everything, and who the person that she is now, which was very, very emotional for me. Especially.
Can I make a side note?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is what we were missing from this whole season, even though because they're like 90 minutes now, but this is kind of what we were missing. We were missing getting to really connect with the girls, because a lot of them Angelica
Houston. Yeah,
Angelica Houston. Yeah.
Angelica Houston. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. She reminds me of her. Doesn't she remind me of her? Google her.
Yes, definitely. But back to what I was saying. This is these moments that we really missed, of like even Ru connecting with the girls, because I think that plays a part in who stays and who goes as well.
Right.
Because we'll get to that one in a minute.
Yeah, hold on, I'm pulling up the picture now. But yeah, I enjoyed her like sharing her moments and stuff, and then just her saying that at DragCon, she really just was found herself, which was really cute.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to find a good little Mama gained a little weight, girl. What's going on?
And thank you, Bobby, for giving us the name.
Yes, thank you. I don't know. She just reminds me of her. Let me see if I can just pull this up on my screen. Let's see. We'll just keep on moving on because I didn't put it up in there. Anyway, right here, what Selena S titties. It's the cheeks and eyes, right? It's the cheeks and eyes and nose. Oh, damn, she does. That's why, doesn't she? Like, it gives you that. Yes, it's giving you the Grand High Witch, Angelica. I'm telling you. And I was like, I didn't know if you guys were gonna know that character, that actress, because she's an old school actress. She's you have to be a person of age to understand that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But it says crazy how many have been disowned as a gay and who aspires to having a family, parenthood, a blessing. Disgusting that people will split their families over their kid wearing an article of clothing. Yeah, 100%. That is
100%. Yeah,
that is crazy. So then we see here we have Miss Selena S titties talking to RuPaul, and RuPaul just basically saying, "Girl, calm down, relax."
She said she told her to breathe.
Yeah, take a breather.
Right.
You're worrying about too many wrong things.
And strangely enough, on what you're packing, the very first 2 minutes, Michelle was saying the same thing. Calm down. I understand you're allowed to feel the emotions, but you have to know that your drag is valid and that you did well. So
yeah, 100%. And I think that Ru was just basically saying, have the Lux, basically Ru was saying, have the Lux and Lucy attitude. And
right.
Basically, like, because girl, how are you going to doubt yourself? Like, keep in mind, she's telling you to act like Lux and Lucy. You are the only bitch. You're the only one that's going to win this. This is your crown. I look the freaking best. I am going to do great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did great. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
That
And
was
then
that was just like Ru asking her the
no, I
questions.
didn't call you guys old. I did. I'm old too, baby. Trust and believe me. It's okay. We are seasoned. We are seasoned
we
just
are
right.
seasoned.
We are seasoned. We are not bland. We are not
right.
bland. We are not
No,
newbies.
not at
We are
all.
not kittens. We are cats. Okay, there's a difference.
Right.
Let me see. The best Morticia at right, 100%. Selena wears her heart on her sleeve. She's so sensitive. And it's true. And I do love that about Selena. I'm not gonna lie. I connect with her on that level because I'm a softie inside for real. Yeah, booby, she just got red. I can't. Angelica Hudson did the Addams Family. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. But yes. But I enjoyed this little moment. Selena needed to take that advice from Ru ASAP. I wish she would have took it 3 episodes ago, but I digress. Over here, everyone is going to do the rehearsals with this choreographer right here. Honestly, I really don't even care to talk about what happens in this segment because all they're doing is just prepping. Whatever they do on this segment is not even what they actually do on the runway. So they just they throw us off. They really just throw us off.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like
funny
what?
you say that because what we see in the edit does not translate to what happened in the
It doesn't translate at all. It's literally like we see Anitra not knowing the messing up on the things, doesn't know how to do a 2 beat and stuff, and then we see Mistress messing up like she doesn't. She's gonna fail at the. Yeah, it was just a. I don't really care about this point, honestly. We're just gonna move on. I just want to show you guys the choreographer because I think he deserves a spotlight. But anyway,
here's the funny part about that though. Did you notice? And there's 2 things I want to bring up. Did you notice that they did not show Sasha?
Oh, we did talk. We did forget about the coat. You're right, Tiffany. Go ahead. But go ahead.
We did. They did not show Sasha's doing the choreo.
We've had. How many more minutes does she need? Like, what do you mean? They show her all the time.
It was like they showed everybody else, but they did not show Sasha. Number 2, thank you, Tiffany. Because I was getting to that too. Girl.
Baby. The way Mistress was the thing I love about Mistress is that she does it so effortlessly. And she said, girl, Lux, why do you have what is it? What would it
security tag?
Why do you have a security tag on your jacket? And she literally held it up. Like she wasn't like looking at it like, oh my God, you have a security tag on. She said, oh, Lux, why do you have a security tag on? And she literally flashed it to the camera. It was so good. And I loved the shade. I just loved all the shade.
I did too. And I'm like,
I loved the shade.
I'm like, ooh,
do you guys think that she actually stole it though? Be honest. Let's be honest. Because the girl was getting ready for Drag Race. She said she went into the stores to get a whole wardrobe for just the workroom. Do you think she stole it?
I think somebody.
Okay, I know she explained it at Roscoe's, but that's not what the question was. We're asking if we think she stole it or not. Because she can say she didn't, all she wants to. But do you think she stole it?
I'll say this. In my opinion, I don't think she stole it. But you know how the girls do. We got to go back to the pose and to the ballroom scene era, to where you were getting ready for the getting ready for the for the show, for the ball.
She was boosting for sure. It fell off the truck.
Right. Okay.
Not the type of girl. You know what? She borrowed it. I cannot. Yes, she did. Oh my God. She borrowed it. You know what? You guys will not. I cannot. She's not the type of girl. I don't think so. They did that to me with tags. Yeah, honestly, it happened to me too one time. And I was over it because I needed it that night. Her friend probably works there.
Okay.
You know what, Isaac? I am completely done. I am
Right.
completely done. No,
Right.
what happened was I already know. I'll be honest. I know the real tea. Miss Vicky gave her the coat.
I knew you were
Miss
going to go.
Vicky gave her the coat. I'm putting it out there. Miss Vicky gave Lux the coat, and she said, "Here you go, girl."
Miss Vicky always finds a way
Uh-huh.
to bring herself into the episode.
100%. And she made sure to put it on the outside collar. 100%. I think she got it. She you know what? I cannot. Miss Vicky strikes again. I'm telling you, Miss Vicky is a mess. She comes through out of nowhere. But anyway, not Miss Vicky. I'm telling you, Miss Messy Vicky is a mess. Uh-huh. What happened was, right,
What
100%.
had happened was,
Yes, Miss
okay,
Messy
right.
Vicky, Miss Messy Vicky. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Not Miss Vicky. I'm telling you, Miss Vicky is a mess. Not Miss Vicky.
yes.
I'm just letting you guys know that's what really happened. She called me and she said, "Tell her it was me." She gave Game of Thrones. She gave Game of Thrones line. Anyway, moving on. The girls go back into the workroom and they start having a serious conversation. Sasha ends up asking Mistress about how is it in Texas? How do you feel? Do you feel safe? And all the other things, and obviously about the drag and the kid situation and the laws and stuff. And they were having this full conversation. What do you guys think about this, you guys? What do you think about this, honestly?
This is a because it's always like when we try to get
Alex, go ahead. Sorry.
when we try to get 2 steps forward, they try to pull us 3 steps back, and it's now we're going into this battle to where
do you think kids should be at drag shows?
at drag shows, no.
Okay.
Like,
do you guys down in the comments think that kids should be at drag shows? Story times are different.
Yes, story times are different. I can even see them honestly being at drag con, but not like a nightly or not like a Roscoe's or a Mickey's. No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Not at all.
You're right. Yeah. And I mean, there's legislation and there's laws being passed and all these other things. And I totally see where they're talking about with that. There was a really good tweet exposing where all this is coming from, the CNP behind all the anti-gay drag trans legislation. I think that's where it's all really kind of coming down, where all this legislation, they're trying to use this talking point to pass these certain bills and laws that they're trying to oppress certain individuals, and which is unfortunate, but we definitely need to vote. You need to start putting people in there that is on your side of the fence, because it's crazy out there, and it's really not even about kids.
No, it's not. It's not even about kids. It's not about kids, because here's the thing about it. If you can have someone go shoot up a gay club, hint posts, and you can go have someone shoot up a school, which one you think is more harmful to a child than the other?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. And people are saying, I don't think kids should go to drag brunches or shows unless it's specifically all ages. Yeah, 100% agree. Because to me, I think drag shows are just really risque, and they're really adult content. Let's just be honest,
But I also like what Naisha said a couple of weeks ago at Roscoe's that, make sure that you are performing stuff for all ages. You can't be sitting there performing WAP
Yeah,
with
100% agree.
with 10, 11, 12-year-olds there.
But at the end of the day, let's just be real. It happens. And
Yeah,
that's why I say
it
no. I
does.
don't, you know what I'm saying? And I might get some bad feedback from it. People might not like that answer, but because people are like, no, what is wrong? Kids should just, go and experience that. And no, I just don't think so. I just don't, you know, I mean, that's up to the parent and the child. Do what you want to do with your kid. But if I had my kid and my child, that's what I would choose for my family. I'm
Right,
not saying I'm not saying what you should do with yours.
right,
I'm just saying if I had my child, they would not be at brunches, they would not be at drag shows because I know what can happen at those drag brunches and
right,
drag shows.
right.
Whether it is for all ages or not, sometimes some queens are just they're just not thinking. Sometimes they just want to do the top hits and things like that have explicit lyrics. And let's just be real, that's what happens with the top 40s anyway. They have these explicit lyrics and this pussy popping music, and they want to show up and show out, and that's what's going to get them their tips, and they're not really thinking about a kid being at a drag brunch or show. I'm just simply saying.
No, number one, and number two, I wouldn't want my kid anywhere where alcohol is being served anyway.
Yeah, they're
So
just not.
because even at the drag brunches, alcohol is still being served. I wouldn't want my child around that. So
Oh,
uh
that's true. Tiffany said they could technically use this law to ban pride festivals. Lots of children are there. It's an evil fucking plot, and I can't stand these people. Yeah, 100%, Tiffany, a
mhm.
100%. I agree. Drag performers have to be careful. Because they're looking to paint. They're looking to
Paint
paint
us in
in
a
a certain
certain
way.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Um, but yeah, that's true. But that's why I said like I can't tell another family what to do.
I agree with that too, Cole.
I can't do that. I
Yeah.
can't tell what another family should do with a child. I'm only giving you my opinion on how I would
Right.
raise my child.
Right.
That's for me.
Right.
That doesn't allow me to be okay with making laws to
Mhm.
determine what other families can do with their
Right.
children. You know, they talk about how drag grooms kids when they're kids when there's child's beauty pageants. Oh yeah, that's crazy. I mean, and honestly, let's just keep it real. They talking about sexualizing children, girl. We talking about Ariel, Belle, Cinderella, Aurora, Beauty and Sleeping Beauty. I mean, all those Disney princesses were
Tiana.
16 years old. They were still had their mothers and daddies and princes and all this other stuff, and they was trying to find a man and all these other things. And girl, no, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Mhm.
It's okay for the heteronormative top, agenda situation, but it's
Right.
not okay with a different perspective. It just makes no sense.
Right.
Right? But anyway, moving on, because that's just a really loaded topic in itself, honestly.
Yes, it is.
But you guys get your guys's emojis out. Get ready to use them down in the comments if you guys are part of my YouTube membership family. Make sure you guys get those safe chops and over emojis out because we're about to use them up. And so what did you guys think about Miss RuPaul's look here?
Now, let me give my opinion on this one because I'm a say this. At first, I wasn't feeling it because of the shoes. Didn't match anything else, but then they zoomed in on her face and I saw the yellow in the eyes and I was like, I get it now. It makes sense. It makes sense. So, and I'm as a tall person, so I'm about the same height as RuPaul. RuPaul is 6'4" without being in drag, so I'm the same height. Um, I love seeing Rue show off the legs. And I love
Let's land the plane now. Let's land the plane. What are you trying to
this
say? What are you trying to say?
for me. This was an overlook for me
Okay, okay.
this week
Today,
because
this week, you're right.
this was an overlook for me because I love the hair because the bigger the hair, the closer to God, she says.
100%, 100%.
And
For me, I'm gonna go with this. What is this? Bitch, I live for this comment right here. C.A. Santos said, Rue's been having her whole Rue pussy out all season, child. Woo, so
right,
true. It is so
right.
true. And I'm here for it though. Low key,
I am
it was
too.
good. This color combo, this hair, the makeup was on. It was definitely over for me, in my opinion. For sure. It was over, Mr. Paul. 100%. 100%. It's safe, close to over. Okay, you guys is feeling it though. This was cute. The nude illusion doesn't. The noodle. She needs to get that nude illusion together. It wasn't
Yeah,
matching in the.
yeah.
It wasn't. This was over. She loves to show her legs this season. Yes, she does. But yeah, it was good. Good job, Miss Rue.
Oh.
Now let's get to the. Let's get to the. Let's get to the Wigloose.
Okay, Isaac. I see you, Isaac.
Okay.
You're
Rue had
right.
to
You're
go out
right.
because Orville was sitting you know what? I cannot. I cannot. As
Okay.
much as high safe. You know what? I cannot, you guys. It's just okay for you. Okay. So yeah, Wigloose, you guys, Wigloose. We're gonna break this down. I'm gonna pull up each and individual queen and let me know what you guys think of the performances. Okay. First queen on the list is Miss Mistress Isabel Brooks. What do you guys think? Safe chopper over performance in the Rusical? Let me know down in the comments. Go ahead. What do you think about it?
Mistress was over for me because she really dug into that character,
Mhm,
especially being a Texas character because the South and a lot of the Midwest is there. It's the Bible Belt,
mm.
so she really tapped into that character really well, and I really felt every part of that, having been born and raised in St. Louis, which is where I am
Mhm.
right now. So yeah, um, very much so. This was over, and I really enjoyed her performance. I really felt it myself.
100%. Miss Mistress ate this whole performance alive. She bodied this whole performance. She
She,
did so good from start to finish. She was in character in the moment. She was on 10 from even the look to how she was doing the choreography, how she was bantering back and forth with each and every contestant and even the background dancers. I
mhm.
totally loved it. She made me believe who she was
Yep.
on the stage. She gave you a true Broadway show character in person. And,
Yes.
and I loved it.
Ye-
Loved it. Loved it. She murdered this. This was over.
Yes.
Next queen on the list, let's go with Miss Selena S. Titties first. Because they get, Selena S. Titties and Miss Lux were in the same pairing together. But let's do Selena first. Selena S. Titties, what do you guys give? Safe chopper over performance.
I have to go with a high say for Selena because it seemed like she gave more when she was in the drag part of it than she did. And I know how she feels about country music or being country. So, I mean, she looked good as a boy, but I think she gave me a little bit more at when she went into drag.
Mhm.
And so it was still great. It, I'm gonna give this disclaimer. None of these performances were a chop, in
Right.
my opinion.
Mhm. Well,
But there, but
some
there,
people might think it does. Some people might think it. You guys can say it in the comments if you guys thought it was a chop, though.
but but this was a high safe because I felt like she could have gave more. She could have gotten more into the tuck boy part than so. But that's me, you know. And
Right.
I know because you could see how she had reservations about doing country,
Right.
the core, especially with the choreography.
Right. Okay. So for me personally, this was definitely it was for sure a high save. It was very close to over. It was a very close to over performance. I think she turned it out. I enjoyed the cowboy character that she was playing. I will say that you're right. She was definitely more in her element when she was in drag versus doing the boy version.
Mhm.
But I enjoyed her still. She was
Yeah,
on and
yeah,
kept up the choreography. She looked good doing it. She was bantering back and forth with her partner, which was Miss Lux, which was great. They were both on the same energy level. She kept up with the choreography with the dancers as well, which I enjoyed. And yeah, she just knocked it out of the ballpark, in my
yeah.
opinion. It was a really good, strong performance from her. And I was so happy that she did. And the only thing I was thinking about was like, please, for the love of God, have a fucking good fashion runway because you could be safe. Because you could be fucking safe.
And
And
we will get to
yeah,
that.
we're gonna get to there. So yeah, that was just my thoughts about Miss Selena S titties. It was a very high school musical at some point. No, honestly, it was so good. It was so good in my opinion. They all did good. In my opinion, no one did bad.
Right.
I think she was also uncomfortable playing a boy. She was uncomfortable, but on stage, to me, you could not see that. Now, what you could see was the fact that she definitely felt she definitely felt more comfortable being in drag, like
Yes.
as a girl
Yes.
versus being a boy. But I think even her as a boy, it was still a good, solid performance. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah. What do you mean? Oops, Tiffany, you're so funny. Okay.
Okay.
So now let's get into Miss Lux Noir London. What do you guys think about Miss Lux Noir London?
Now I'm going to get it. I'm going to say this because for most of this season, I have not been feeling
Hold
love.
on, hold on. Okay, hold on. We got somebody else coming up.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you guys don't have. Make sure you don't have any music in the background. I don't want to get demonetized. Hey, how are you?
Hi,
Hello. Well, first I gotta ask, how old are you?
18.
Okay, perfect. You're 18 years old. Great. Just wanted to make sure. How are you doing? How do you pronounce your name?
Kawe.
What is it?
Kawe.
Calais?
Kawe. Like
Huh?
Kawe.
Calais?
No, it was like cow and then way.
Oh,
Oh,
Calais.
Calway.
Yeah.
Okay, Calway. Okay, hi, Calway. How are you
Hi.
doing?
I'm
So,
good. And you?
okay. So first, let's go with Devon, and then we'll go to Calway and your opinions on this. Miss Lux Noir London. Go ahead, Devon.
Okay. Like I will say, I have not been really feeling Lux too much this season.
Hmm.
However, as it gets closer to the end of the season, and we've had some moments to where I actually get to see Lux be Lux. You know, I have to, and as far as this performance goes, Lux was over for me. I have to really give it to Lux. She really played into that character. And when she did the fan,
Hmm.
that was that was funny to me. So I'm very much this was an over performance for me because she really played into the character and she really gave me what I needed.
Okay. I see the biasness showing. Okay. So, Calway, what do you think about this?
I think that Lux did really good. Like
Okay.
her performance.
Is this a safe chop or an over performance?
Over.
It's an over performance for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why is it over for you?
Like I feel like Lux is just like the character. Like it was really good.
Okay. 100%. Okay, I like that. I like that. So, for me, this was definitely a high safe performance for me. I thought that she nailed the choreography. I love the fact that she was bantering back and forth with her scene partner, which was Selena, and also the choreography, the dancers, and she embodied the boy character as well as when she was in drag. I did like her isms. She was on 10, which I enjoyed, and she really did a really solid great job. So this was definitely a high save for me. So next queen is Miss Sasha Kobe, aka Priyanka. Moving on. So what do you guys think about Miss Sasha Kobe? Let us know down in the comments. Let us know down in the comments. And okay, so go ahead, Devon. What do you think about Miss Sasha Kobe's performance? Safe, chopper, over?
Well, first of all, let's get into this look. Sasha could get it.
Okay.
Sasha could get it.
Okay.
That look, I mean, that was a transformation.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely an over transformation.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the performance, because I think Sasha had a lesser of a role, but she still performed it very well. And didn't miss a beat.
No, yeah.
You know, I have to give her a very high safe, because she really she really did the number well, and she really played the submissive husband part. And when she got into that drag, and gave that, and gave that Patti LaBelle ish, Mariah Carey-ish performance,
Mm-hmm.
That kind of that really sent it over the edge. The funny thing about it was that, you see her coming out of this boy drag or this man drag, and then coming to and that makeup, child.
I know.
That was an 80s makeup at its
100%. 100% 80s makeup. So what do you think about this, Calway? What do you think? Safe, chopper, over performance in your opinion, and why?
I feel like it was high safe too.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, he said it was over.
Oh.
He said it was
no,
over.
I said the look was over. I said the performance was a very high safe.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Calway. What do you think? You said it was a high safe?
Yeah, and I think the choice of her playing like the submissive husband was like funny, because you wouldn't really expect that.
Yeah.
For Sasha Kobe.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. To me, she really did a fucking good job. Like, she embodied this boy character, which I enjoyed. She pushed her boundaries. She knew which, first of all, let's just talk about the role that she chose. She did something great, because this, at the end of the day, you're going to look at your Drag Race experience and you're going to show an eclectic lookbook, and you're going to show an eclectic performance catalog, right? And this is something that's going to be completely different from all the things that she's done. And she nailed this. She came out, and the way somebody even commented down in the comments, the way that she was walking and moving and her mannerisms were completely different as Sasha Kobe, which I enjoyed and I loved it. The way that she was acting, the way that she was even bantering back and forth with Mistress was amazing. And this was definitely a high safe for me. And she, of course, when she got in drag, she just even pedal on the metal. She was already on 10. She went up to 20 when she got in drag, right? So I enjoyed it. I lived for it. I just don't like her makeup. I never did. But I enjoyed her boy makeup though. I enjoyed her boy makeup. I enjoyed just the drag makeup. It was too much in the eyes. It was too much in the eyes for me. It was a lot going on.
Well, that was 80s makeup.
Oh, you know what? You're right. No, you're right. No, I like the makeup. I like them. You're right. I forgot about that. You're right. It was 80s makeup. It was. You're right. You're so right. Anyway, moving on. Moving on from Priyanka, we're gonna go to Miss Lucy LaDuca. What do you think? Oh, hey Bobby, I see you, babe. I see you. I'm about to pull Bobby up. Okay, here we go.
Oh boy.
Let's say hello to Bobby. What is up, Bobby? Hey, how are you
Good
doing?
evening, everyone. I'm good. How are you?
Good. So,
Wow.
Bobby, you're
Uh-huh.
going to give your take on Safe Chopper Ova for Miss Lucy LaDuca, and we're gonna go work our way backwards. We're gonna go with Bobby, Calway, right? And then
Yeah.
Devon. Okay, cool. So go ahead.
So I thought this was like a high safe. I
Mm-hmm.
know during the practice they were like, "You're giving us a little stiff," and she loosened up, but it was Lucy LaDuca loose, get loose. So there was times I really wanted her to throw herself more into the choreography, but she at least was on beat this time compared to previous challenges, since she likes to remind everyone that she won the lip sync against Allspice. So because that was such a challenge.
Okay.
So it was a high safe.
Okay.
But everyone did really
Yes.
good this week.
Yes.
So it
Yeah.
was, it was really difficult to, to determine who was going to be safe, and who was going to be in the bottom.
Right. Okay. I feel it. I feel all of that. I feel, Bobby, you came up in here ready.
Yes, Bobby.
All
Yes,
right,
Bobby
Bobby.
for the
All right, Bobby.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay. So go ahead, Kelway. What do you think? Safe Chopper Ova.
I think it was safe. I wasn't
Mhm.
really paying attention as I was watching. Like I was doing other stuff when
Oh.
her part came on, but
Wow. Wow. Okay. All
but
right.
I think she did good.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead, Devon. What do you think? Safe Chopper Ova, the performance?
Well, it's I'm gonna have to go with the consensus here. It was definitely safe. I feel like Lucy gave her all. I mean, if she really threw herself literally and figuratively into this performance.
Mm-hmm.
And because she had something to prove.
Mm-hmm.
And she did very well.
Yeah, 100%. For me, I'm gonna just be honest. It was an over performance for me
Mm-hmm.
in my book. I think
Mm-hmm.
she nailed this. I've been to many, many stage plays, actual Broadway shows. I can see her in one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just thought she just knocked it out of the ballpark. I really, truly did. For her to have that many lines and that much choreography and that and to really interact with not only the dancers but as well as the contestants and the people
Mm-hmm.
that she had lines with was very impressive, and she just nailed it to me. She really, 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 really did good. Yeah, I honestly, it was a really good, it was a strong performance for me, and I think she did over, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a big fan of hers, I'm not a stan of hers. I just got to I'm keeping it real on my end.
Right.
But
Do
yes.
y'all remember Stuart from Mad
Oh
TV?
my God, I said that when I was.
I'm
Wait,
just saying it is all. I'm just saying
with the
it.
boogers,
Wow.
with the boogers, with the boogers.
That's my no zone. No. Get
No,
away.
get away. Woo. Okay. Woo. Jesus, shade on Lucy is thick today. Okay, so next girl is Miss Anitra. What do you think about this, Bobby? Safe Chopper Ova.
I thought it was over. I do agree with her as far as the performance goes. I agree with I can see why she got the win, because I'll say it like this: even though we may not have been in that room, you could tell that her performance really connected with the judges, especially when she did her solo.
Mhm.
And I felt like if I felt some type of way watching her do her performance, then it's probably they probably resonated that with her in the room. However, I also think that some of her time with Rue in the workroom may
Mm.
have helped
Mm-hmm.
her get this win.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because as much as I love Anitra, it was not her runway. this week. So
Right.
she did really good.
We're gonna get
I
to
think it was
we're gonna get to the
over, but
runways in a second, but this you said this was over.
yeah.
Okay. So go Kelway.
Yeah, I think it was an overperformance, and I agree with everything that Bobby said. Like watching her perform, it was like I felt something.
100%. 100%. Devon.
Bobby, you kind of really took the words out of my mouth. This was definitely an over performance. I really felt like Anitra embodied what she wanted her mother to be, and that's what I felt. It's one thing to perform, to do a performance just because you're performing, but it's another thing to feel the performance as you're doing it. And Anitra felt that performance, and like you said, Bobby, that conversation with Rue helped get to this performance, and we'll get into that runway here later on.
Yeah, for me, I agree with everything that everyone said on this panel for sure. I think that she nailed this. I thought this was an over performance, and this just goes to show you, no matter how big your role is or how small your role is, whatever you do on that stage can be as impactful as someone that has a big role.
Yeah.
Because even though she didn't have a lot of lines and she didn't have a lot of things to do throughout the whole performance, that little segment that she had, she made us feel something that all the other girls really didn't make us feel. And that was big. She commanded the stage, and she did she did what she needed to do. She was this character. She embodied the character. She was on 10, and she performed the hell out of this performance. It was a really good standout performance.
And mind you, this was a ballad.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
This was a ballad. This wasn't like the high energy numbers that everyone else was doing.
Right. This was definitely a good performance. And yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed this Rusical. And what did you guys think about the Rusical as a whole? Was it the best Rusical on Drag Race to you guys? Let us know. Bobby first.
I think it's definitely has a contender to be in the top 5, because even though we went back to the 90-minute episode edit, and this only had 6 queens, because we're used to getting Rusicals with more queens usually.
Yes.
Even though there was only 6 queens, it didn't feel like it dragged on. I never at one point, like how it was during what was that, season 14.
Yes.
The app. Yeah, I was actually on my phone using the apps more than I was watching the musical about the apps. So this never, took I never got distracted while watching this. I was very entertained, and everyone did really well. It was hard to pinpoint anyone that was a weak link in the performance compared to other musicals where you knew, oh, they're definitely going to be lip syncing this week.
Yes, 100%. Coway, what do you think?
I think it was really good. Like, I haven't watched every season of Drag Race, but I think this musical was good.
Yeah, 100%. Devon?
I do believe this would be one of those top 5 performances. It was definitely a great musical all around. So
right. Okay. Yeah. So for me, definitely top 3 musicals on Drag Race US. Great. I enjoyed it. All of them did so good. No one did bad. And this is where I'm like, the fashion runways is where you're going to decide who is going to be at the top and who is going to be lip syncing. That's what it was. So now we're going to get to the runways. You guys get your guys' emojis ready. So here we go. First queen on the list is Miss Lucy LaDuca.
Ooh.
What do you think? What do you think about Miss Lucy LaDuca? And the category was what the glove?
Everybody say glove.
Everybody say glove. Let us know down in the comments, you guys. What do you think about this, Bobby?
Now, I appreciate that she said she made it herself. Is very nicely made. I will give her that. It's very nicely made. So much so, you could call it Party City. However, I like the concept that she was trying to go with it, and I wish she could have done more to elevate it. I'm not even a designer. I'm like, you don't want to put a fin in the back. You don't want to put some tights on to make it at least look like you got caught in a net. Something, girl. Like this very much looks like, someone wanted to go to the office party, Halloween party, and look a little racy. Lucy from HR is arriving. So
okay.
So it's
a chop.
It's a tuna fish chop sandwich for me. It's a tuna chop.
Wee. Okay. Tough crowd. Jesus. Okay, wowzers. Okay, so Kelway, what do you think about this?
I think it's also a chop.
Okay.
But I really did like the thing that she did with the glove. With but it's not. She could have done like a little more.
Okay, 100%. Okay, so go ahead. What do you think about this, Devon? Bobby is giving us life. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Christian.
Bobby,
y'all made a mistake putting me up here.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
I'm here for it. You know, I like all the visionaries' opinions. There you go.
Bobby, thank you for coming on. I'm living for your comments because you and I think alike.
We're here.
We are here. And my thing is, if you're gonna be the creature from the Black Lagoon or whatever she was, because that was not giving me creature at all. It was giving me, the creature's mistress, but not the creature. And if you're gonna be the creature, I need for you to be the creature. Those little web hands wasn't giving it to me. You look more like you was trying to be the frog princess than the girl. Come on now. That was not giving creature. You should have been the swamp mistress. You should have went full out.
Yeah.
That was then with the red hair. Come on now. If anything, green or something, girl.
When Scarlet Envy set the bar,
what
her Exxon oil spill realness, like
yes, 100%. I'm gonna agree with everyone on this. It was definitely I won't say it's a chop off. It's a very low safe though, because it was still nicely made. It's just if you're gonna go there, go there. You know what I mean? If you're gonna tell us this is your reference, and you can tell us this is because honestly, if she really didn't even reference it, I wouldn't have got Creature of the Black Lagoon. I just wouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? So
it was a very nicely done 1950s swimsuit.
Honestly, like
it was tastefully made.
You know what? Yeah, it really was. It really was that. Honestly, all she was missing was the sunglasses and the little sunscreen over the nose. It was very. That's all it was missing, and it was damn. Is it a chop? Fuck my line.
Yes.
Fuck it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because if it wasn't giving Creature of the Black Lagoon, I needed something more. I needed her to get prosthetics. I needed her to go there if she was going to go there. It's a chop. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
She was giving Sammy Sunkissed tuna.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was giving chicken of the sea.
You know what?
I said what I said.
You know what? I cannot. I'm moving on. We are not about to do this today. We are not.
You know what? I see it now.
You know what?
Thank you, Bobby.
We are going straight to Miss Lucy. We're going to go straight to Miss. I can't even remember these bitches' names. We're going to go straight to Miss Lux Noir London. Here we go. What do you think about this, Bobby?
I love the look, I love the color scheme, I love the design. However, this is not the assignment. She gave us sleeves. The assignment was not sleeves. The assignment was gloves.
Gloves.
100%. I agree.
So if I were to actually adhere to the category, it's automatic chop. But apparently, since the judges don't care, why should I care?
Oh.
So it's a high safe for me. It's like borderline over. And the only reason, again, it's not over is because it's sleeves. You didn't give us gloves. That's the only reason.
I said what I said.
Okay. So go ahead. Calway, what do you think?
I like the concept. It was like, I like the shoes, the pants, the hair, but like it wasn't a glove. It was like a sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say high safe too.
Okay. So, Devon, go ahead.
Why aren't you pregnant?
Bobby,
Why aren't you wearing gloves?
Why are you
told myself because this one, I love the like Cowboy said, I love the concept. But like Bobby said, the assignment was gloves.
Yeah.
I can understand wearing if the cast had it does, but still, like you said, it was a sleeve. It wasn't gloves. The shirt could have been a different color. That way it wouldn't have blended into the cast. And thankfully she combed this wig out because as tired as I am of seeing it, I'm glad she combed it out this time for the runway. Because this was the wig that she wore last week with the hat.
That wig has had more airtime than a lot of queens this season with this.
Okay, right.
Damn. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So this.
Hello.
So for this.
Oh shit, that's me. Sorry, excuse me.
I thought that was on first.
No. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
For me, this I'm going to give her because I do like the pants. Those club kid shoes though could have stayed at home. I'm going to give this a safe because the look is not bad, but it's not great either.
Okay. So for me, I'm just gonna say if it's calling for gloves, even after editing this, I have to really look at it. I was just like, this is literally just sleeves. It's like a cast. It's not gloves. And if it's not the category, I'm not gonna give. It's a chop. You know what I'm saying? It's a chop. If it's not the category, it's not gonna make sense. And I'm gonna have to. And if I'm gonna be judging every contestant on what the category is calling for, I'm going to have to do so throughout the whole season. You know what I'm saying? So I have to give this a chop if it's what the category was calling for. To me, this was a cast. It was a sleeve. It wasn't a glove. Even though I know there's gloves that, are fingerless and all this other stuff. I get all that, but this was not that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. I like to keep it as real and honest as I could. I do like her, but yeah, I had to just give her a chop in my opinion.
Right.
Moving on from that, we're gonna go to Mistress Isabel Brooks. What do you think about Mistress Isabel Brooks? You guys down in the comments, let us know what you guys think. Is this safe, chop, or over? Miss Bobby, what are you giving it?
Now, this is one of those things where if the performance was a little closer between Mistress and Anitra, and it came down to the runway, it was Mistress. She easily had one of the best nights of the look, her and Sasha. This color is gorgeous on her. It's such a good color on her. I would have liked her wig to be either a little darker or her highlight to be a little less on the high beams, because that's just mildly distracting if you want to get nitpicky. But she brought big Southern pageant drag onto the runway, and this is an excellent showcase of it. So over tens.
Okay. So Cowway, what do you think?
I think it's an over look. I love the color of the dress, the glove. I don't really mind the hair, but I love it.
Okay. Devon, go ahead.
Bobby, I just have to say, you and I are
we in sync?
yes, we are in sync. The thing about it is because Bianca Del Rio did call out her hair, and I do agree with the hair. I wish it either was darker or at least the same, or at least a similar color of yellow as the rest of the outfit. But other than that, this is Texas pageant drag, and this was an over look to me.
Yeah, 100%. To me, this was absolutely over. The way she sold it was even better to me. The way she looks in this, the construction of it, the gloves, we got the gloves instantly. It was the category. You're right about the hair. I would have changed the hair. It would have been definitely a darker color for me, or maybe just a darker color with lots of highlights, so you can have that yellow poking through. But yeah, and then again, she needs to calm down with the makeup because the past 2 weeks the highlight has been very stern. It's giving Sasha Kobe highlight. It's just, it needs to come down.
She's giving those LED high beams.
Yeah,
we need her to
get it, but
yeah,
it's just not. But this is definitely an overlook for me overall as a package, for sure.
Plus, if she was going to do something, she should have styled this wig a little differently because she got clocked for wearing this wig last week.
Yeah, but I'm not mad. I'm not too mad
about it, but still, it could have been a little different.
Okay, so next queen is Miss Selena S. Titties. Let me know what you guys think. Safe chopper over, Bobby.
I've never seen a queen whose looks sink them in the bottom so much. And I don't even mean this to be like, I'm saying this because there was a chance, she really had a chance of possibly being safe this week. And there's been times before where she was in the bottom where it was like, girl, if your looks weren't atrocious, not even bad, like just atrocious, you wouldn't be here. And this is another example. I don't know where to even look.
Larry
Lobster, Robo Crabs, like
I am done.
I was like, I understand that you're an over the top personality and the category is gloves, but this is not the way. I will say this though, I'm trying to be positive. At least her face is always stamped. You can never deny the face.
No,
the mug is always mugged. Everything else though is
yeah.
I have no words. I can't. It's visually offensive is what it is.
Oh, I cannot. Okay, so what do you think about this?
I think when I saw her on the runway, I didn't really understand like what was like in the middle. I just like got her when she was like they were being judged, but I don't really mind the look. I kind of like the glove, but I think that's like only me.
Okay, so is it a top, safe, or over? What did you say?
I think it was safe for me.
Safe. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, yeah, that's your opinion, and that's good, you know. So Devon, go ahead.
Okay. Because when she walked out backwards, I didn't understand what was going on. And then to turn around, first of all, she's in another bodysuit. Secondly, I would have liked it better if the hands were actually grabbing her instead of her wearing them. You know, And like Bobby said, the face is always on point. And I actually like the hair this week too. But Selena, I love you. You a chola down, sister.
Mm-hmm.
But this was a chop. This is why you landed in the bottom.
See, I couldn't even appreciate the wig because everything else. It was just like it's hard to even appreciate her wig when it's fighting for attention. Because the wig is a statement piece, and then she has this Tina Burner color scheme jumpsuit going on, and then the gloves. It was all too much, and I was just wondering. I was like, when she's putting her package together, was she just doing a solo? Like, was there no one there to be like, hey, you may want to like rethink
actually
a couple of things?
Actually, on what you're packing, she has some pretty decent designers designing her stuff.
Okay. Oh, all right.
But I think but she did admit though that there was some executions that she could have done better.
Right. Yeah, for me, this was because it's just too busy. It's a lot going on. I enjoyed it when I watched the reaction, but when I'm editing again, I watch it like 4 times. It really is too much going on. The hair is doing a lot. The catsuit is doing a lot. The gloves are really overpowering. And I don't know, it's just I want to say it's a chop, but then I don't want to give it. I want to give it a low. I'll give it a low, very close to being a chop, but it's a very low safe. It's a very low safe. It's a very low safe. The mug is on though.
Just chop it.
No, I have to. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a.
I know. Look. This that you always tell us about our bias. I know you love your chola.
No. But I honestly like because take like. If she took off the glove and had the regular glove on, it would have been a better look, to be honest.
Which she did.
Like, it would have been a better look.
Okay, but would it still have been?
It would have been a low safe. She would have been in the bottom, regardless. No matter what it is. I think would have been in the bottom. Okay. Everyone else had a better look. It's just one of those things of she was never going to escape the bottom. It's just she just didn't have the best outfit throughout the cast, and it's just not a chop of a look in my opinion, to be like, because I've seen way worse than this for a category, so I think she has all the elements and she just tried to throw everything together, and I don't know, but it's just a very low safe. I won't give it a chop though. I won't give it a chop.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah, very much. If you chopped Lux, if you chopped Lux, you should chop. I didn't chop Lux. Did I chop Lux? Oh, no. I did chop Lux. I did because it wasn't the technicality.
Yeah.
It wasn't the category. Lux didn't have gloves. This bitch got too much glove on. This bitch got a lot of glove on,
She
looked like Glover.
She was gloving herself.
Yeah, 100%. Your bias is blessed. No, I swear to God, it's not. Ooh. I mean, you can feel that way, and that's totally fine, baby. But at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. You guys can have yours. Everyone else chopped it, and I just didn't. It is what it is. So moving on, next queen is Miss Sasha Kobe. What do you guys think about this? Chop, safe, or over?
It's over. I mean, she was like, I got gloves. You know, like, it's a smart way to do the category. It looks great on her. I understand why the makeup looks the way it does from the challenge, but I wish she could have toned it down a little. But yeah, it was a very smart take. It looks good on her. The body's always bodying. Which usually I would get sick of especially at this point in the season, but the way she's able to pull it off, I can't even be upset at it. So it's a over.
Right. What's up, chicken? Okay, so what do you think about this?
I like the outfit. I think it's over, and the only thing I wish she had a glove on, like one of her hands. That's it.
Okay. What about you?
Kyle, I like what you just said. That would have been really nice too. But I think for me, yes, you look like you took the whole baseball team and you just put they mitts all on your body. Okay. I'm evil for these boots. I want them really bad. Um, and I agree with you, Bobby, about the eye. I can understand she was going for what they usually do in baseball, but it looked like she gives more raccoon than it at this point than baseball player.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So, um, so this, I mean, this is Sasha Colby, and Sasha has been turning looks all season, and this is no exception. She turned this look out. It is definitely an overlook.
Okay. Yeah, to me, this is an overlook. It was definitely different, out of the box. You wouldn't have thought this. And I appreciated that. The makeup is the only thing I can probably critique. I just wish she just would have just did a wipey and then just did a simple basic eye. She could have definitely did
Mhm,
that in 5 minutes or less. Um,
mhm.
but yeah, everything else I enjoyed. And I did like that aspect. I always, how do you pronounce the name?
Kelly.
What is it?
Cal-
Kelway.
Yeah.
Kelway, right?
Coway, yeah.
Yeah.
Kelway, yeah, Kelway. I did like the glove aspect. That would have been a cute little idea to her for her to do, but she's wearing gloves, so I appreciated that. Next queen is Miss Anitra. What do you guys think about Miss Anitra? Let us know down in the comments as well. What do you think, Bobby?
I think it is safe. We're used to seeing this from Anitra. However, she does it really well. Like, she looks so good. The face is always beautiful. Her wig, I love the wig matching perfectly with her, the color of her outfit. She's giving me a little bit of like some Psylocke from X-Men, like a little
Mhm.
bit of Psylocke, which I love.
Yes.
But this is nothing new that we've seen from Anitra, which I get. She is a performance queen, so this would be on brand for her. But it's a good safe.
Hmm. Okay. Kelway.
I think it's safe too. It's like very similar to like all the other stuff that she's wearing on the runway. And I didn't really get glove from the outfit.
Yeah. Okay. Devon.
I'm going to give this. I'm going to definitely give this a safe. I think what she was missing was more lasers on the gloves. I would have really liked to have seen her really just do those hands in more glaze with the more lasers on them, and also she what she didn't do, which I really, if she was going to do lasers on her hands, she should have really been dancing more with the lasers. That way, it would have given more of a performance, a runway performance, than just walking and just holding your hand up and just showing off the lasers. That wasn't enough. If you're going to do lasers on your hands, you need to give a hand performance.
Yeah, for me, no matter what she did, it would be no point because there was too much light in that room. You couldn't see the effect. I don't care how much laser you had on, you're not going to get the full effect if it was a dimmer light, if it was a dimmer lit room. It's just unfortunate. I didn't, to be honest, I don't think she thought it all the way through. Um, and it fit right. The construction of it was great. The way she sold it was even better. The way she walks on the runway is great. Her mug was on. The hair was right. I mean, it was dotted her I's, crossed her T's. It was good. It's just the execution of it didn't hit the way she thought it was going to hit, and it's unfortunate. So it's definitely a low save for me, in my opinion. She just didn't hit that mark. So now that everything is done, Rue has to pick a winner of this episode, and this winner was Miss Anitra. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. Was this a well-deserved win? And if it wasn't, who would you guys pick to be the winner of this episode? Bobby, what do you think?
I'm a little biased because
Mm-hmm.
I love Anitra.
Mm-hmm.
Like I definitely want her to be top 4. So I was hoping that she'd get this win. And I do feel like it's a deserved win. She did very well in the challenge. Now, if it had to come down to her and Mistress, if it was the runway as a deciding factor, the Mistress, but I feel like she pulled off the challenge just enough that the runway didn't have to come down and be a factor. So I thought that she deserved this win.
Okay.
I
All right.
I think for me, like I do agree with Anitra, but I think Mistress should have won.
Okay.
But I do see why they picked Anitra.
Okay. Devon?
As far as the Rusical is concerned, I see why Anitra did win because her performance was more heartfelt, and like Michelle said, that will be that performance that goes down in the history of Drag Race. So I see that. And like Kawe said, if the runway had been added into that, this would have been also Mistress's night as well.
But aren't the runways always added into the win if it's such a close call?
Usually they are, but because all of them were so close.
Yeah.
And
so this was a close runway?
This wasn't a close runway.
Okay, so what are you saying?
If the Rusical was so close.
Right.
And then the runway should have put Mistress over. But I think the way it went is because everybody was still talking about how Anitra did. And Anitra's runway wasn't the best. Yeah, I agree. But when you're still talking about someone else's performance, yes, and mind you, Mistress had a much bigger role than Anitra. But with what Anitra did with what she had and the impact that it gave to the judges, that's what took her over the top. And I have to say, and I guess we're going to get to it in a minute, but we're going to have to talk about how shady that question was.
Yeah, we'll get to it, but so for me, to me, I don't think she deserved to win this. It was definitely Mistress Isabel Brooks deserved to win this, only because, let's just be honest, all of them were pretty much on an even, like some maybe did better than others, but by just a little bit. Anitra was one of those that did just a little bit better than some other people, but Mistress and Anitra were pretty much at the top right there, right along, on the same performance level, in my opinion, out of all of the other queens. If Anitra even had a top 3 fashion runway look, I can be like, you know what? I'm fine with this. I can fuck with it. I can get it. But Anitra didn't even go to the top 3 with the looks. It just wasn't. She was definitely down there with Miss Selena. Let's just be honest. It just didn't hit the mark. It was underwhelming, and you had more people that did better on the fashion looks this episode. It was just unfortunate, but that's just what it was. And to me, I just think Mistress deserved the win, but I wasn't mad that Anitra won. It is what it was. That's how close this episode was, because they all did good. The only person that was like what made sense was just Selena in the bottom. You know what I'm saying? That was a shoo-in. That was like, okay, that makes sense. Everyone else could have been a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else could have been like, you know what? Okay, I can see how that works. So, but in my opinion, Mistress definitely deserved to be in the top. That's just for me. So yeah, what did you guys think about the the bottom 2 queens was Miss Selena as Titties and Miss Lucy LaDuca. Did you guys agree with this or no?
Well, I feel like we have to talk about how we got to the bottom.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Definitely.
let's talk about the question. Let's talk about the question. Ru ends up asking every contestant about who would you have gotten rid of?
Who should
And
go home? Yes.
yeah, who should go home? What did you guys think of that moment? Bobby?
I was loving it. I was living. This reminded me of some old Drag Race.
Yes.
This reminded me of some season 4, season 5.
Yes.
The whole in the gold bar. We think you should just go home, Jinx. Go,
Yeah.
like just go, like type thing. Like I was like, this is the messiest I think I've ever seen this question answered, because usually, and even me as a viewer, I was like, well, Selena has to go home. She has no wins. She's been in the bottom. But that's not what the question really is. You can interpret it as who should go home, but Ru asks, who do you think should go home?
Mm-hmm.
You could think someone should go home for different reasons.
Right.
And there's no, so she leaves the door up for shadiness is really how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, no, the competitive answer is, well, based by track record. They know what the track record is. It's like how Selena said, they know what the track record is. They're the judges. They've been here week in, week out. They know that. So don't worry about that. So I loved how they answered it. This was messy. I and to be honest, how this was answered is the reason why Lucy ended up in the bottom as opposed to another queen like Lux. So it was one of those things where it was like Ru gave her the opportunity to stay with her chest. She took the diplomatic approach, and diplomacy came back to bite her in behind.
Yep.
So I was eating my popcorn.
Yeah.
The whole time.
100%. 100%. Kelway?
I think it was like really entertaining. Like it was, and like Lux addressing everybody.
Oh yeah.
Just to get to Lucy and say that she should have gone. Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good. You're so right. I love that moment too. That was good. Devon, what did you think about this moment with that question and answer?
Ooh, I knew this was going to be a heck of an untucked moment when this question was fully answered, and everyone, because you could cut the tension with a knife on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
Selena was not having, especially after she had that moment with Lucy. Oh, she was hot. And then Lux didn't try to say Lucy was generic. And Selena has been
that was good, yeah.
And Selena has been giving it the whole, and I love what Selena said. Selena said, there's a couple of girls in here you don't like. You should have said their names instead of mine.
Uh-huh.
And Mistress cracked me up. I fell out laughing when she said Sasha's name. I fell out laughing. I was like, oh, talk about sorry, auntie. And then Sasha was like, well, I need Lucy and Lux gone because those two girls got 2 wins and they are on my behind. So I need them out.
100%. 100%. I love this moment. I'm agree with Bobby with the situation. It reminded me old school Drag Race.
Yeah.
I was totally here for this. Key moments of this moment was basically leave it up to Mistress to get the shit popping. She said, girl, I'm not, I'm not here for a meet and greet for Sasha's performances. I'm just not. And you're gonna have to go home, girl. It is what it is. And from that point on, it allowed the other girls to say, you know what, you're right, girl. We're gonna go this direction. We're just gonna go this direction. We're gonna go from here. Because first it was Anitra, and then it was Miss Lucy answering very diplomatically. Mistress said, girl, no, fuck that. I'm gonna answer it how I want to answer it and keep it, and I'm here for all that. Miss Lux ended up basically talking about all the girls all at one time, and then really lets Miss Lucy have it. And I was here for all that. The way she lined up the read for Miss Lucy. I was here for all that. I was here for it. And what was it? What else was it? It was that was pretty much about it, really. Oh, and then Miss Selena as titties. If looks could kill, baby, she was so angry and livid. And I was here for those moments because it was like, girl, I cannot wait to see the Untucked. I can't wait to see what's going on behind the scenes. And it was so good. And I really, really enjoyed this moment. It really brought back the essence of what old Drag Race was at this very moment. And I'm so happy that the girls answered the way they answered like that, because sometimes the fandom needs to see these people answer the way that they're answering, because a lot of the times they'll get mad if it was a certain other queen, but if it was their favorite, they wouldn't have got mad about it. If Sasha didn't answer it the way she answered it, or if Mistress didn't answer it the way she answered it, and if it was another queen that did the same thing, all hell would have broke loose.
Or
you know what I'm saying?
didn't answer the way she answered either.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it is what it was. But yeah, it was really, really good. Get her, Jade. Right, exactly. I agree with all of that. It was literally all of that. Speak on it. 100%. So yeah, bottom two. I think. Does everyone agree with this bottom two or no? Let us know down in the comments. Bobby, do you agree with this bottom two?
Like, it honestly could have been. Again, if the category actually mattered.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently it doesn't to the judges.
But let's just say for you, if you was sitting, for you, because that's what I look at it.
This is very tough because everyone did very well.
Mm-hmm.
I would put yes. Honestly, I could have been any, mini, miny, mo between Lucy and Lux.
Mm-hmm.
Either one could have been in that spot if it and if Ru hadn't asked that question, it's very possible that it was going to be Lux against Selena. So
okay. Calway, what do you think?
I agree with the bottom two. Like, I didn't really like Lucy's look, so
okay,
I would have put her in the bottom.
Okay, Devon, what do you think?
This is a tough one, and I have to. And Bobby, we on the same wavelength. We must be telepathically linked.
You Aquarius? No, but
I'm an Aquarius moon.
Oh, okay. So we're there.
I'm an Aquarius moon, so trust me, I get it.
Okay.
But my Taurus sun, as far as is really like, and I agree with you that Lux could have been in the bottom for this one because the look was not giving the category. She was giving season 14's category when it was sleeves. But anyway, we're not dealing with the past, we're dealing with the present. But yeah, unfortunately, Lucy didn't deliver enough of a look.
So you agree?
I do agree.
Okay. So I agree with this bottom two too. This was definitely, it was nitpicking for, besides Selena, it was nitpicky with the other person was going to be. So, I mean, yeah, for sure. Lucy, I think what Bobby said, it was definitely the question and answer what determined that was the fate. That's what it was.
Yep.
So now, since this is the bottom two, the lip sync for Their Life. What did you guys think about this performance? Let us know down in the comments. Bobby, what did you think?
Well, this is a tough song to lip sync to, especially if this isn't your typical gig. You know, this isn't in your wheelhouse of songs that you would have done. I don't know why Selena didn't take off her oversized hands from the beginning. I don't know what that had to do with the song or her interpretation of it. I feel like maybe she had done that before, somehow it could have saved her. Because it's not like Lucy was really giving much either. But then again, it's hard to with Kate Bush. So so you know, they did what they could with what they had.
Okay. Callaway, what do you think?
I didn't really like the lip sync, but when I was watching it, I was looking at Selena more, and I kind of liked her, like taking off the glove at the end, but I don't know.
Okay. So who would you have given?
I would have picked Lucy to go home.
Lucy. Okay. Devon?
Let's revisit that question you asked me earlier about the multiverse.
About what?
About the multiverse. Let's revisit that question now. Okay. As Bobby said, and I totally agree, this was a very hard song to lip sync to. In my opinion, if this was one scenario, you know, technically this could have been either a double Shantae and gave them another week, then send two girls home next week like they did last season, or this, honestly, because it wasn't a great lip sync for me, this could have been a double sachet, and I would have lived for it,
right? Because
there was, the energy was not there with really either one of them, and like we said, this was a very hard song to listen to, and I could see Ru trying to, you know, the look on Ru's face while this was going on, it was like, what are y'all doing? And evidently Lucy might have just gave it that little bit of extra at the very end that kind of kept her there a little bit longer. But in my opinion, this should have been a double sachet.
Okay. Yeah, for me, it's like everyone says, it's such a hard song to lip sync against. The emoting, to me, I think they both emoted okay for the type of song it was doing, because you don't need high energy for this song. You just don't. If you did high energy, we would probably be looking at you like, what are you doing? You know? But I wish Selena would have took off the gloves sooner than she did. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like Lucy's more of the emoting and what she was doing, you know, throughout the whole lip sync. I kind of connected with her on that level, but it is what it was. I would have picked Lucy, in my opinion, versus Selena. It's unfortunate, but it is what it was. So Lucy was the queen that ended up staying. RuPaul picked her to stay another week. I mean, obviously, I already asked you guys who you guys would have picked. Wait, Bobby, did you say who would you have picked?
They could have both went home, but I guess Lucy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Pretty much, right? Okay.
So, like, I guess we could keep her. It was one of those things where it was like, we got to keep her for next week for storyline purposes. We got to milk this drama cow.
It was shit. Okay, it was very much production. Okay, so
because you know she's gonna be like, I've won 2 lip syncs. That's 2 lip syncs, 3 mini challenges, and 2 maxis.
She is gonna do all that.
And here's and also to add to insult to injury, Bobby, she's gonna be like, I said the lip sync assassin of the season.
Yes. Like, did you though? Or was it just her time?
It's like, did you really?
Or did she run her race and this was just her time? You know, like
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
I said what I said.
Okay, so that leaves Miss Selena S. Titties to leave the competition. She is now gone. She did have a good season. I thoroughly enjoyed her. Did you guys enjoy Miss Selena S. Titties? Yes or no? Bobby?
she was our narrator this season.
Yeah.
So, you know, we only going to have a few episodes left. So it's going to be interesting to see what the episodes sound like without her there. Now that, and I feel like with a few episodes left, they're probably going to switch that over to Anitra most likely,
Right.
instead of now that Selena's gone, because you're going to need a neutral outside party for the whole Lux, Lucy, and Mistress,
Mhm.
storyline. Whenever they're going to set things up like, oh, blah, 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 chances are it's going to be Anitra in confessionals,
Right.
taking up the mantle.
It is. That's true. Because I love it. I love, Anitra and the way she does. Well, hopefully she gives us more. I don't know.
I like her though. That's what I like about her though.
I think she's very neutral. And I think
she's very neutral.
And I honestly think she's the most realist out of the cast.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
That's what I like about her.
So go ahead, Calway. What do you think? Did you enjoy Miss Selena?
Yes, I did enjoy her. And I feel like she probably could have done like better for Lux, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Devon, did you enjoy her?
Enjoy Selena? Yes, I did. She was one of the narrators, like Bobby said, she was one of the narrators of the season, and she was very entertaining. I really think now that she's been on and she's can go back and look at that journey, that because she's an excellent entertainer, she's an excellent performer. She as a matter of fact, she even mentioned in the Untucked that Sasha mentioned that she won an award over her for her show. So I'm just hoping the fashion element of it gets elevated to a higher standard. And while we're talking about Anitra, in my opinion, Anitra's the dark horse now of the season, because now that she has won this challenge, I have a feeling they're going to throw a plot twist in the next episode, which just so happens to be the dreaded makeover challenge.
Right.
And she's going to get really shady, and a couple of girls are not going to like her after that shade hits.
Okay, well, we're going to see on that. Thank you, Ari, for the $5 super chat. Did anyone catch the beginning of Untucked and MTV showing the clip of the wrong week when the queen?
Oh, yes.
You know what? I didn't catch it like that.
I was high. So
yeah, I didn't catch that. I did not. Thank you, Ari, for making us see that. I just didn't.
Yes.
I'm going to look back now.
Right?
I caught that.
I need to look back.
Was Marshall still there?
Yeah,
I think.
Okay, so I think I did catch that, but I was like, "Oh, I must be tripping," because
yeah,
Bobby. Yeah, you're funny. Okay, well, yeah, okay, and then we have another super chat. Thank you so much, Marvin Ford. Love you, Val. Great job, team. Yes. Val, your bias was biasing. No, it was. Listen, no, it was not. Who was I biased? Was I biased against with Selena or something? No,
not against her, for her maybe, but not against her.
No, we will not. Okay.
I really hope that Selena has like a hiding closet type blow up. You know, like
really
we all fell in love with her personality.
Yeah.
We know, her struggle. And so and it was always just the fashion. Same thing with like Heidi. It was always just her package. And I really hope that now, and we know that she's a performer.
Yes.
So I hope now she just stays booked and blessed and busy.
Yeah.
and elevate those looks now that she got the money.
Right.
You
Ooh,
guys
she was so upset
funny.
that she didn't win any money on the
Right?
Yeah.
Y'all could have
you
let
guys-
her win a mini challenge.
Yes.
You guys go on ahead. Everyone go and just send her $1 at her Cash App. I'm sure it's somewhere posted on her page or something. Girl, that makeover challenge was always have questionable judge. Well, that's true. The judging is always questionable with that. To get but make sure you guys stay tuned in for my elimination video as well as the fashion rankings from that video as well. Also, you guys on the panel, let them know where they can find you on social medias. Bobby, where can they find you?
Hi. I just came up today because I felt like it. But if you want to just find me on Instagram, the same as my name, Bobby Drake. All one word.
Okay. Calway?
My name on Instagram is the same as on the screen, Calway POV.
Okay. Devon?
You can find me at Von2KC519 at Instagram, and you can find me at Von2KCook519 at Twitter.
Okay. Again, thank you so much, panel, for hanging out with me. I totally enjoyed it. Definitely gonna have to keep on doing this. I love when the visionaries.
Thank you for having us up. I
yes,
appreciate you.
of course. It was so awesome. Bobby.
Bobby.
The goddamn party for this.
I was waiting for my moment. I had to stuff my face first and then
Baby, let me tell you. Let me know if you guys want Bobby to come back. Let us know down in the comments.
I'm speaking it into existence. Bobby.
I do nothing else on Saturday nights.
We need you. The vision and Val, I'm just throwing this out here. The vision board needs you.
The vision.
right.
I'll imagine myself up on there.
The vision board needs you.
You guys I'm a homebody, so this is perfect.
Yeah, homebody. Literally, I am. But yes, Bobby turned it for sure. Everyone's saying Bobby, you turned it. Yes, Bobby.
Yes.
My phone. Yes. Oh, your phone died. Okay. Okay. All right. Calway, I got you. I'm going to remove you off of here. But yes, again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Everyone, I totally appreciate you guys in the comments. If you're watching this in the live replay, definitely comment down below on whatever we talked about. All of my social medias, my Patreon, my website, my P.O. box are going to be listed down in the description. So make sure you check that out. And please give this video a thumbs up if you guys haven't already. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload, and I upload every single day. Again, say bye to the panel, you guys. Bye, you guys. Everyone that has been watching, love you guys. And I'll see you guys next week for the live recap till we get our top 4 queens. Okay. Bye, you guys.